Hello, friend Fungus. Welcome to Danganronpa. Goodbye, despair. Danganronpa 2. It is still June, so this is still a charity stream. Isn't that neat?
Woohoo!
There is still room in the voice chat if you have ever considered trying out the Danganronpa voice acting. There's still space. Find out how. I am your interim host, DrawnMcG of the DrawnMcG channel. I am joined.
I am a really bad co-host. It me Nanners.
It Nanners.
And it's just the two of us right now.
It's just the two of us right now. There are a lot of characters who haven't died yet. So if it gets too unwieldy, Kaz is lurking in the background. We've got some maybes up and down the line. I'm vamping, but I guess we can get into it.
Don't expect much, y'all. The energy is grim today.
It's gonna be one of those fun ones where things happen and maybe we don't do good. All right, here we go. I'm getting into it. Trial verdict continue. Yes.
Let's do this. All right.
Oh goodness, I have just remembered what was happening when we left.
I don't, because I fell asleep for this part.
Flip a coin. That's me. Who's got a hype train? There's a hype train happening.
Hype train.
Okay. Yeah, what happened last time is Fuyuhiko went into Pekko's murder. Fuyuhiko went into Pekko's punishment. But actually, maybe he's still alive.
Oh.
Everyone! Fuyuhiko's alive!
You peeked through half of that.
Fuyuhiko is still alive!
I don't know. I'm not a good voice actor.
I guess it's just round robin at this point.
I guess so.
Are you serious?
Fuyuhiko!
Frantically, we rushed over to Fuyuhiko's side.
Oh no.
Oh my god, I need a second to get these names.
I will make Fuyuhiko wounded Fuyuhiko
Peak count.
peak count. Add a peak count. I feel like peak count would go significantly up anytime I'm here. I feel like I am bad about it.
I'm gonna automatically give you Hajime Outer, okay?
I think that's fair. Let me know when you're caught up.
I'm good.
Good. Here we go.
He's still breathing.
Is he gonna be okay?
Do something! Hey, you need to save him! Hey!
Yeah, they really just put everybody right after one another right here in the beginning.
Uh-huh.
Just
Everybody's got to
'cause
say something.
they knew that we were just gonna come to this with two people.
Oh. Can I, Kaz, with your permission, would you be willing to voice Nagito for us?
Just let me make sure that I'm not too loud.
You're good
Alright.
on my end.
You sound honey-like.
Alright. I'll just give him my own voice.
Good, excellent.
Good.
I'm trying! But his blood, he won't stop bleeding out! His pulse is getting weaker!
But his blood is weirdly bright pink.
Can't you do anything about it? God damn it! Well, serves him right.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Were you filled with hope at the thought of saving her yourself? That's why you ended up like that. Everybody drink. Shots of water.
I'm drinking seltzer. Not sponsored.
Woo.
Fancy.
What are you so laid back about? You need to hurry up and save him.
Huh? A surprise order? Why do I have to burn my precious calories just to save some Yakuza scum?
Are you a robot?
It's your duty to save him.
Duty?
It's written in the...
Screw trip rules. Oh, Pecco. R.I.P.
Real sick.
Whoa, okay. It's fine.
If
Only the blackened.
gets executed, then Fuyuhiko shouldn't be allowed to be executed. Well, if I could, I would do something about it right now. But since my magic stick was taken away, I'm practically powerless. But you should be able to do it.
Monokuma noises. Jeez, I guess I have no choice.
Quick!
Well, there's no way I can violate a rule, even if it's me. Fine then, I'll save him.
Hi, Miles.
Hi, Miles.
Really?
I was actually gonna do that all along, so I've already prepared for this.
Oh, you pretend like it was your idea. Whoa.
Huh?
And that's when it happened. A siren began ringing from out of nowhere. Hi, Miles. What do you want?
Whoever. I don't know and I don't care. I'm here for whatever.
Oh!
You just tell me what to do and the thing, and then I'll do it.
Do you want Monokuma?
Okay.
We still haven't seen Chiaki?
Oh, okay, cool.
Do you want to give one of yours up for now, Sean?
Yeah, who do I have? Who do you want?
Minami, Nekomaru, Fuyuhiko, and Hajime Outer.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Do you want Nekamaru?
Okay.
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 I
Yeah,
Sounds good.
okay.
And gradually grew closer and closer.
I forgot about this. How? Wow.
It's not your line, girl.
An ambulance?
It's on me.
I see now. Just leave the rest to me, Dr. Killgood.
Dr. Kilgood, you've already killed your patients!
We gotta get this patient to Monokuma Hospital ER and get him under 24-hour observation stat. I should be able to say that. So, I'll see you later.
Yeah, don't worry. It's not like you work in healthcare.
Yeah, no, not at all.
And after he said that, the ambulance containing Monokuma and Fuyuhiko vanished from our sight. Is it really gonna be okay to leave this to Monokuma? It can't be helped. It's not like there was any other way. What, Chiaki? Miles, you want her?
Oh, okay. Whoa, excuse me. He's gonna be fine. He's probably gonna get better and come back to us again.
Yes, good.
You've got 4 Nanners.
Yeah, this would be between you and Miles.
I'll flip a coin. Miles, it's you.
You're right. He's definitely gonna come back and talk a lot of smack as if nothing happened. Oh, this is me too?
This is you too.
Oh shit. Then all we can do is wait.
Oh, I forgot about you.
Why do we have to wait for him? I mean, he called him he was deaf, you know?
It's anybody's Sonia.
It's anybody's Sonia.
Where?
2, D4 minus 1.
It's you, Nanners.
Cool. However, we must put that aside since Peko has already been punished. Or else we will not be able to advance forward.
Huh? It's me! Right? Did I do that wrong?
I don't know. Did you?
No, I did it right. There are no second chances in life. We cannot return to what has already transpired. There is no other way than to move forward like an arrow of light piercing through the darkness. Hyoko no you.
I guess. Things aren't as exciting if a shit stir like him ain't around. I didn't realize it, but I was wishing for that too. From the bottom of my heart, I really wanted him to return.
Oh!
Wow, you didn't fully peak. You almost
went in and out like
It was
4
close.
times. It was pretty good.
I was doing a little wiggle.
you're reining it in. I don't want anyone else to be a sacrifice.
It helped that it wasn't a high-pitched voice, I feel like.
I can see the wiggle happening in my mind.
And so the class trial ended. But we still can't see the real ending that we really want yet. When that finally arrives, what will have happened to us by then? No matter where I look, no matter what possibilities I look for, I can't see our future, not even a speck. As if we were in a boat, floating unreliably in a vast, dark sea. We were just left there, alone. Only one word could explain our situation.
Say it all together. Despair.
Despair.
Spare.
And drink.
Despair. Is that why Monokuma's a bear?
Despair.
Yeah.
We couldn't find... We couldn't find a more suitable word than that.
And we were all trying, not just me in my head. Oh! 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 You guys!
Can see it, right? You can see this countdown too? Four people are already gone. We took our time preparing the
Hope fragments.
but now we're no longer able to gather them. Honestly, I'm not so sure anymore. Whether it's better if we let them leave this island, or if we shouldn't let them escape. For those kids, which option is hope, and which is despair? Who am I talking to, I wonder? But guess there's no time left to hesitate. If this countdown reaches 0, that guy will probably take over.
Our plans.
Yeah. Final stage as well.
Just you can include the apostrophe in the golden lettering.
Yeah, that is very weird.
What lies beyond that is the foul resurrection of the ultimate despair.
Shots.
Oops. I'm skipping past that. Ultimate despair. There we go.
The continuation of the
Biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
cannot be allowed. We must prevent that by any means necessary. Even if we have to
Pay the ultimate price.
I will definitely prevent it by any means. Money noises. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope.
That is a really hard voice to go between that and Kermit voice. Let me tell you.
Yep.
Let me tell you. Chapter 2.
Sin and coconuts. Very good.
To be continued.
Cinnamon coconuts. Oh, we got a
Obtained a
weird
present. You have obtained a present. Black Dragon Blade.
Oh, the evidence. The evidence.
Would you like to save your current progress? Of course I would. Mm-hmm.
About 10 or so times, in fact.
It'll only let me do it once.
Question marks. ...
Someone noises? Just noises?
Just noises. Oh, more noises.
Noises?
Oi, oi.
No one's here, right? Oh, it's me.
Uh-oh.
It's me. I don't even. It was something like.
Ma'am, I can totally see it now. Those idiots. I can't wait to see the surprised look on their dumb faces. But they'll probably be happy about it. They'll probably be very, very happy. Oh, wait.
Ding dong, bing bong. Ding dong, bing bong.
Wow.
Hope Speak Academy School Trip Executive Committee has an announcement to make. Good morning, everyone. Looks like today's going to be another perfect tropical day. Now then, let's show some enthusiasm and make sure to give it our all today.
Hajime just waking up noises.
Morning, huh? In the end, I was so worried about Fuyuhiko that I couldn't sleep. Involving himself in Pekko's execution like that, suffering all those wounds? Is he really going to live? And was it really okay to leave him in Monokuma's care? Worry has consumed my heart. My body feels terribly burdened.
But that worry ends here. There's no way I can just lie here and do nothing. Just lay here.
Loosening my stiff body, I slowly sat up in bed.
I quite frequently say that aloud to myself before getting out of bed.
Right.
There's no way I can just lay here and do nothing.
Mantra. Morning mantra.
I guess I should head over to the restaurant.
That's right. Just do it.
Don't let your dreams stay dreams.
I should meet up with everyone at the restaurant first, and then we'll question Monokuma afterward. I'm definitely going to find out if Fuyuhiko is safe or not.
Wow, look at all these Monokumas we've found.
This is where the Monokuma plushies are placed. Putting stuff like this here without my permission.
Those aren't Monokuma stuffies, those are Monokuma PNGs. Leave here.
Imagine if you just try to throw them away and then like you come back later and they're all there again. Like no matter where you toss them, no matter what bridge you throw them under, you throw them in the ocean, whatever, you come back later and they're still there. They come back.
Alright. Should we talk to people on our way? Probably.
Yeah, why not?
Good morning, Sonia.
Huh? Hajime! Get back! Who do you think I am?
What?
That was unintentional. It is okay. Please be your usual self.
Yeah.
That was close. I was really going to kneel before her.
What?
That's the opposite of what she asked you to do.
I am terribly sorry. I was so worried about Fuyuhiko that I could not sleep at all.
Why are you all so weird?
That must be why my face looks terrible. I was just so embarrassed to be seen like this. I shall go wash my face and come back one more time. Now then, ta-ta! She looked like she normally does. But just as I thought, Sonia and I were worrying about the same thing.
Is Fuyuhiko really okay? Okay. Oh, bye, Sonia. I apologize for my mouse sensitivity. Talk to me, Chiaki. Good morning, Chiaki.
Chiaki noises. Also more. Well, I mean, yeah, good morning. You're up earlier than usual.
We don't all always get up at the Monokuma announcement. Yeah, I couldn't really stay put and do nothing.
I see. Chiaki noises.
Gaming as usual. No, I have a slight feeling she's deliberately concentrating on her game. Like she's trying to keep her sadness from showing by being completely focused in gaming.
That's not familiar at all.
Or is it just me?
I've never done that.
Chiaki noises.
Well, here we go.
Here we go.
Yeah! Wah! Waha! Hajime, you already here?
Oh, that's still me. Hiyoko, you're the only one here? What are you acting so anxious about?
I poisoned your drinks. I'm not acting anxious. I just happened to be awake by coincidence, so I just came here early.
I see.
This girl, there's something strange. Is she trying to pull some kind of dirty trick again?
Has this always been you?
I don't think so.
I'm
Someone
gonna
can
talk to
shadow.
Hiyoko first.
She has two
Oh,
shadows.
that's already. This one that's right behind her is standing up in the air.
Yeah. And there's another one like on the floor where it should be.
I'm sure this second shadow has nothing to do with this thing over here. Did you accidentally summon a demon in the kitchen, in the dining room? What the heck is this?
A panel has been propped up. It's giving off a dreadful, unsettling vibe.
It's giving dreadful, unsettling vibe.
There's a bunch of photos pasted all over it. Didn't Mahiru take these photos? But what's with this terrifying ambiance?
Wow! What's this? What an adorable decoration! I don't know who did it, but they must have spent so much time and effort doing their best to make it. Yeah! Mahi was gonna be happy too. I don't know who did this, but we should be grateful to them. Why? Why? Hajime noises. Hey, Hiyoko, did you?
Good morning. It's so rare to run into you two here.
It's giving Moida.
What are you looking at? Huh? Yeah! What are these horrifying photos?
And not a peek in sight. How do you do it?
I expected that reaction.
Yo! What happened?
What's up? What's up? Is it a brawl?
I love the idea that these two just like wander around waiting for people to scream and then to jump in and beat people up.
Literally all they do.
Yo, what's all this ruckus in the morning? This is bad. Please take a look at those photos. Huh? Photos? Whoa, what the heck? What kind of ominous crap is this? Is this like something you use for sorcery?
Ugh, this is clearly an insult against Mahiru.
I don't know what the hell did this crap, but they've got a lot of nerve.
What the hell?
This is too much! To actually treat my hero's photos like this?
Everyone, I understand how you guys feel, but it's probably...
Good morning, everyone.
Good mongrel. Yeah! What's with those nasty photos? They're giving off like a crazy, huge, ominous aura.
There is no excuse! This is too horrible! Terrible! Nah, totally different word. How could someone be capable of such a heartless trick?
No, seriously, it's just... I know, right? Seriously, this is just the worst. Geez, I wonder who the hell did it. Huh? Yo, wait, there's no way my hero would be happy with this.
She won't just be unhappy. I'm sure she'll be so angry she'll cry tears of blood.
No. No, thank you.
Man, who the hell did this?
No, we'll have to search for the criminal later. In the meantime...
Breakfast.
Fire! Start the fire! We'll have a grand bonfire so Mahiru can reach Nirvana.
Oh.
Yeah, right, Ryan. My hero ain't feeling no kind of way no more.
Seriously, this is...
You can't. Someone took their time to make this memorial so we can mourn from Mahiru. You can't burn it.
Huh? Mourn, my hero? You sure it's not the other way around? I'm pretty sure whoever made this is totally disrespecting Mahiru.
Really? I think it's just a little clumsy. Why don't you take a closer look at the intent instead of focusing on appearances? Despite their clumsiness, I'm sure whoever made this probably did their very best. You look at it carefully, don't you feel like you can sense their feelings? No. Mahiru's not alone. She'll be with us now and forever. This was probably made with those feelings. So I definitely think, yep, it's a nice decoration.
I see.
After hearing you say that, I'm starting to feel the same thing. You sure are simple-minded.
I don't really wanna burn it.
Huh? Was the person who made this...
Mahiru was really nice. She politely taught me how to tie my kimono.
She was really good at taking care of others.
Mahiru's probably lonely by herself. So I wanted to tell her that she's not alone, even if she's in heaven.
Yoko,
You!
I did want to make it work better, but then once I'm dancing, I'm so clumsy at whatever I do. I'm sorry.
I am terribly sorry. I spoke out of turn without considering your feelings at all. Sorry, Hiyoko.
Yes. You bring up a good point, Kaz, that if the roles were reversed, Hiyoko would be insulting the shit out of whoever did this.
I'm sorry.
Well,
How should I put this? It looks like we misunderstood. Now that I take a closer look, it looks like you put a lot of thought into the decorations.
for now.
So let's keep doing this thing around until... Let's keep this thing around until we get off this island. No, it should come with us when we get off this island too. It would be a waste to leave behind such wonderful photos.
Sob, sniffle. So we're not gonna burn it?
Of course not. We would never burn it.
You just said you were gonna burn it.
Weren't you the one who started shouting that?
Yoko noisy. Fine, then I'll forgive you all. Except Mikan, of course.
Ha! Ha!
Why? Why are you so strict with me?
Man, it's so unexpected. I really can't imagine Hiyoko being so diligent and earnest about something.
Who cares about that?
Hiyoko has a very kind heart.
Fine. Oh, come on, it's not like that. Gee, stop it already!
Haha, you don't have to be embarrassed.
Seriously, stop it! Don't tease me!
Aw, Hiyoko is so adorable when she's embarrassed.
Shut the fuck up, you pig-faced troll!
Eek! Why only me? At any rate, I hope this is finally settled now.
I hope this is finally settled that we can keep the creepy cow skull sculpture.
It's very like you guys to settle things like this.
Uh-huh.
Oh, hope count, yeah.
Really? It feels like we made such a fuss about it and finally settled things.
That's just like you guys. Little by little, we're trying to understand and find the good in each other.
And that is the moral of this week's.
That's the reason why we can move forward without feeling despair towards our situation.
Shot.
Yeah, you guys are all splendid.
Yes, oh my god. Hiyoko just going off on Mikan was a truly hilarious moment. Splendid, huh?
I have arrived. Apologies for the wait. What is this object that is releasing such a foul aura? Malice clings to Mahiru even after her death. We'll be sucked in if we look directly at it.
Wow, this is a very hopeless object.
Ooh,
Anything you throw up?
hopeless. Does that count as a hope?
I think
I
that
think
counts
it
as a
counts as-
despair.
Both.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
No, the shouting too.
It doesn't belong in a hopeful place like this at all. It's absolutely brimming with malice. Let's just hurry up and destroy it. I can't stand to look at it for even one more second.
I feel like I've heard you say that on stream before, Kaz.
Stand aside! I shall shatter this barbaric, blasphemous false idol to pieces! Oh no.
Chiaki noises?
Did you peak your voice?
I broke myself. I'm fine. Those two are here. Do you still think we're splendid?
Looks like it's gonna take a little more time.
I completely agree.
The scene unfolding in front of me was so embarrassing, all I could do was sigh.
I've given up on giving Hajime a unique voice, and I'm just using my own.
That's fine. But at least it was a peaceful scene.
Well, I'm glad you heard all of that cough. That was what I really...
All of the coughing.
I definitely needed everyone to hear all of that.
Yeah. However, we didn't realize just how short-lived this piece would be.
Oh man, we are going right back into a trial.
Even though we were finally bonding, a situation was brewing, like a huge fracture running between us all. And that would be the trigger for a truly horrible and atrocious incident.
A horrible, no good, terrible, dirty, rotten day.
Not just for me, but for every single one of us. We just hadn't realized it yet.
Chapter 3.
Chapter 3!
Trapped by the ocean scent. Daily life.
You.
Whew! I'm stuffed. I can't eat another damn bite. Man, you sure do eat a lot. Don't you ever worry about, like, choking?
Yes. I'm worried about it right now.
I never get worried.
You don't? Wait, what about Fuyuhiko?
Is he really alright? I was so concerned. I could not sleep at all last night.
Plus, if his fate is in Monokuma's paws, I'm even more concerned.
If I only could have tended to his wounds somehow. I wish I wasn't so useless. Well, I don't think you guys should worry about it. Do you just forget everything that happens when you eat? Now that I got a belly full of food, I'm all set. So, leave the rest to me. I'll question Monokuma and avenge Fuyuhiko.
Oh?
Avenge? He's not even dead.
What vengeance? You just want to test your skill.
Well, yeah.
Haha, she flat out admitted it.
Oh my god, she admitted.
Okay, everyone! Your attention, please!
Oh, it's you, Monomi. What do you want?
Man, the fun mood's over now thanks to you.
Huh? Did I just ruin the mood? Jeez, don't treat me so harshly. I did my very best today, too.
Hey, who the hell are you? We're talking about something important, so go away.
Why are they so worried about somebody who tried to get them all killed?
Okay, I'm sorry. Wait, no, I definitely don't want to be treated like an outsider.
Just, what do you want? What do you mean by I did my very best?
Oh, you finally asked me. Well, once again, I've defeated another Mono Beast. How do you like me now? I worked hard, didn't I?
If you defeated a Mono Beast, that means...
That's right. You're never able to visit yet another island. So, let's all live happily ever after with each other this time, okay? No more getting tricked by Monokuma. No more thinking about leaving the island. Let's all live together peacefully as best friends.
A new island, huh? Maybe now we'll finally find it.
I didn't do that. I didn't do it.
No, that's the only thing we have. That's our one and only hope.
Thinking about leaving the island, even though I've just said not to?
More importantly, Monomi, what happened to Fuyuhiko?
Oh, he dead. Huh? Fuyuhiko? You see, I don't really know.
Miss Sonia, can't you see it's a waste of time asking her? In the end, she's just Monokuma's ally.
You're also part of that mysterious World Ender organization, aren't you?
That's the organization that brought us to this island, right? Since you're the one that brought us to this island, that's gotta be it. Hey, I don't know if you're a rabbit or a pig, but just what are you planning?
This is a great opportunity. It's time you finally filled us in.
No.
A dilemma, but that's the one thing I can't say.
How do I turn it off auto? I got it. Don't worry about me. I'm good at games.
Truly,
Okay.
this is the tragedy of middle management.
I'm good. Just never press buttons that you don't know what they do for sure.
She ran away again. She's always like this when things get inconvenient for her.
Oh well, who cares about Monomi? More importantly,
Alright, excuse me, sorry.
she mentioned the new island. What should we do?
I do not think we should be exploring when Fuyuhiko is in danger.
But we must move forward, no matter what despair stands in our way.
Hello, my name is Celestial Ludenberg.
Shot of water.
Shot of water.
That's what hope should be.
Oh, another shot of water. What hope? You always say that just before you lead us into a trap.
Jeez, you're seriously just as annoying as Monokuma.
Sorry, I was drinking water. I'm also worried about Fuyuhiko, but is it really okay if we just stay here and do nothing? Isn't it better if we do what we can?
What we can, huh? She's right. Let's try to find a way off this island before he comes back.
You are right. Fuyuhiko will not recover any faster if we just stand around and do nothing. I agree with Miss Sonia because I want to get into her pants.
Then it's decided. Let's explore and search for a new hope. The movie.
The movie.
Another shot.
Wars.
So wouldn't it be faster to just beat up the rest of the mono beasts and search all the islands in one go? If that strange looking rabbit can defeat one, it should be easy for us too. Hi,
Moon,
Moon.
Moon's
Moon.
here.
Moon, you came at a
Hello.
perfect time.
Oh, good.
I was
Cause
going to wait until break to leave because my head is starting to hurt like a motherfucker.
oh no,
So it's all good. I'm gonna alert. You wanna just take my spot?
sure.
You take my whole fucking
yeah.
spot. Just take it. It's here for you. I warmed this.
Hell
seat
yeah.
up. I warmed this
Switcheroo.
seat up. All right, y'all. I love you. Have fun.
Love you, Miles.
Love you,
Give
Miles.
Miles. Bye.
Bye.
So this would be you, Moon. Once
Okay.
you're ready.
You update the list of characters with my name then? 'Cause I was like, wait, I wasn't here. Why is my name there?
Hey.
Okay, cool. Oh, voice. Hey, don't think about doing anything reckless.
Anyway, let's begin. Let's open the way to a hope-filled future with our very own hands.
So well hydrated.
Super hydrated.
Sounds like I missed a lot of hope and despair then.
Mm-hmm. After all that, I feel like we're doing exactly what Nagito wants us to do.
I mean, he did tell you that was what he wanted you to do.
In order to prepare for exploring the new island, we left the restaurant. Hi, Pavel.
Pavel! I know that guy. New island, huh?
Ooh, that's exciting.
New island, who dis?
I just tried to jump across the pool, but that
That would have
is
been
not
fun.
a thing you can do. But, hello? Why did it just go sideways randomly? Oh, I'm hitting the wall and it's pushing me sideways.
Yeah, it does that.
Instead of just stopping me. New island.
But yeah,
Wider
sorry
than
I'm
a
late,
mile.
everybody. I completely forgot what day it was, even after checking that we had the game today. I then immediately forgot that we had the game today.
That's okay, it happens.
Happens all the time. Should we check on... What button is it to check on? There we go. Alright. Cool. We're good.
No poops?
No poops. Level up! Level up!
Ooh, level up. Nice.
Central Island? Yes. We go to the Central Island to go to the other islands. First island, second island? This way, probably. Do. Here we go. We're running. And we're running. There's still a mono beast there. I have a feeling I've gone the exact opposite wrong way.
It's fine. You know, Hajime needs exercise, maybe. Or maybe he just loves running.
Or maybe he, just like me, has a poor sense of direction in a video
That's
game.
also likely.
Monomi was right. The mono beast that was blocking this bridge is gone.
Then if we cross this bridge, we should be able to reach the new island.
With a feeling of hope in my heart that overshadowed any lingering fear or nervousness I felt. I crossed the bridge that led to the new island.
What?
Oh.
What?
What is
Oh.
this?
Why is that a thing? So this is the third island. The ambiance is completely different compared to the previous islands.
Like, how could you not see
Yeah.
that around? Like, I know there was a gate, but it wasn't fully obscuring the skyline, was it? The
There was
resident.
Mono Beast was just like blocking the view strategically. He'd like try and look over it.
Yeah, you would have been able to see this. The residences and ruins are all in shambles. It barely feels like a resort.
It's really makeshift.
And not just that, there's definitely no sign of any people here either. It feels a little dangerous somehow. It might be better to proceed cautiously.
What?
No, I think we're gonna go directly into the Titty Typhoon.
Cautiously?
That'll be my plan.
On this?
Alright, there's a
Thing?
hospital. Let's just see what's here. Probably we want to go to the hospital. There's the Titty Typhoon.
See, it was the Titty Typhoon between the islands, is why we couldn't see anything. Because the cloud wall.
There's a...
oh, that's right, there's a motel.
There's a motel. There's Electric Avenue. What is this game? There's a Lucha Libre International happening back there.
Wow.
Can we go there? I want to go there. The movie theater is playing Wild Gunman Monokuma, The Wizard of Monomi.
Wow. You see, Ryan, there are cacti on this island because this island is obviously in Arizona.
Yeah. It's clearly in Arizona.
Yeah.
Nope, what?
Not like all the other islands, just this one.
I didn't mean to do this, but we're going to Titty Typhoon.
This building, with its gaudy and tasteless neon lights, obviously looks suspicious.
I don't know what's tasteless about neon lights spelling out Titty Typhoon. I can't say for sure there's no danger. I should cautiously check what's inside. But first...
Every time Monokuma shows up on these screens, I get a chill that makes my heart leap. It's a surveillance camera. Beyond that, Monokuma is jerking it. No, whoever's controlling Monokuma, why are they doing this?
Good questions. Does tab show me the things I can click on? It's just those things. Okay. Music venue. I should have known. This is you, Moon.
This is me. Okay. Yahoo!
What the?
Yahoo!
Why are you shouting so suddenly? Don't surprise me like that.
The truth is so overwhelming that I can't help shouting out. 'Cause this is a music venue, right?
That's what the menu told me it was. Yeah, it looks like it.
I never expected to find a music venue. I can't help feeling excited. Wait,
You just said that.
Do I need to say it twice? Oh, she does!
Yeah.
Okay, then bring it back up and I'll say it again.
Ryan, how do we...
Wait,
how
How
do we...
do we bring the script back up?
F2.
Nice!
Never mind, we got
I
it.
never expected to find a music venue. I can't help feeling excited. Huh? Did I just say that twice? Twice!
Twice.
Huh? Did I just say that twice? Twice!
Did I just say that twice? We're just gonna be stuck here with the Buki saying, huh? Did I just say that twice? Forever. Are you okay? You're giving off a weird vibe.
Not at all! I'm totally fine!
So help me, if the next line is not at all, I'm totally fine, I'm screaming. No!
Not at all! I'm totally fine.
Excellent.
I'm not at all okay. I'm totally
Huh?
fine.
Did I just say that twice again? Twice!
He's gonna say it again. Ah!
What is with this bitch?
It's gone.
Huh?
too long.
Did I just say that twice again?
You don't look very okay.
Man, with a venue like this, Ibuki has no choice but to lend a helping hand. This is just the beginning. Oh, thank God we're broke out. Yahoo! I'll invite
free.
everyone to feel this wonderful feeling. It's like the smug feeling you get when you explain something with an elaborate metaphor no one understands.
I feel directly attacked.
I never feel smug when I use an elaborate metaphor no one understands. I don't know. I feel like I've failed.
I feel like I understand, but at the same time, I don't understand.
Oh, well. If you've really taken a liking to this music venue, I'll leave you to investigate it.
Leave it to me! Like, let me bite you! I'm sorry, what?
I'm tired. I should hurry up and go check out another place. Same, Inner Hajime.
Do we want to take a quick break?
Sure, Hajime's
I may
tired.
actually be hopping out early, unfortunately. I am feeling quite tired.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
That's alright. You gotta take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Love y'all. It's so much fun.
Love
Nanners.
you. Bye,
Love you.
Nanners.
Bye.
We should take a quick break, though, also.
Yes.
Yes.
We should.
Wah, wah, wah.
I just got here, so I'll stay and entertain the chat.
Let moon entertain you.
As soon as
I'll be
find-
so good at it.
I had
I can-
edited that one text thing for the joke last week.
Hi, Ryan. Love you.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. We are at 89 hope versus 45 despair? That's
Yeah, we got it.
impressive.
We got a lot of hopes and despairs, a lot of hopes at the end of that last trial.
Okay.
When Nagito started saying hope.
That's true. I do remember some of that. Because
Oh,
I think I had to say a lot of them.
yeah, someone was saying the hope that hope's a hope or something.
Oh, I don't know if I said that line. Two girls hanging in the venue, 5 feet apart because they're not gay.
Two girls
Nagito's
hanging in the
a-
Titty Typhoon.
They're in the Titty Typhoon. They might not entirely be straight. Just gonna put that out there.
What a wild choice to have slapped on the side of this music venue.
Yeah. Also, do you see the neon sign in the back that just says titty?
Yes. Do I want one? Yes.
Absolutely. And then there's the other one that says Titty Typhoon, but the word titty is mostly cut off. Like my tits will be one day.
Wow.
Thank you, Cass. You are all welcome for the top surgery joke. I will continue to make them for the rest of my existence.
And I'm here for it.
As well you should.
Oh, there is a bar over there. I thought there was just a word bar because my brain could not differentiate the actual bar from the background. So I thought there was just a sign that said bar.
Yeah, there's a bar.
But
Unclear.
there was a bar.
I'm having trouble distinguishing if there are bottles and things back there.
I don't know.
Seems weird.
Do y'all want to hear about one of my favorite bars? It's not a real one, but I'll still tell you about it.
I want to hear.
Of course. I want to hear
It's-
about bars.
It's from the anime Death Parade. And it's a very cool bar. It's also a very spooky bar. Once you understand what's happening there. Because Death Parade is an anime where people show up in kind of a limbo of sorts. I don't know if I'm using that term quite correctly. But you show up and you play games to determine whether you go to good place or bad place, essentially. I think good place is reincarnation and bad place is like eternal torment, something like that. I don't remember. It was a while ago that I watched it, but I loved it so much, and I'm so sad there's only one season. But anyway, the bar itself is very pretty. Like, the actual spot you sit at. I mean, it's a full, like, bar. Like, there's multiple places to sit, but the bar counter itself is very pretty. It has some nice design elements to it. The spooky stuff is, like, behind the bar. But it's my favorite bar. And I see Miles is the only person reacting to Death Parade in the chat.
Yeah, I do not know Death Parade.
It's so good. It has one of my favorite tropes. Minor spoilers here. It has one of my favorite tropes of a character that is supposed to be emotionless starting to feel emotions.
Oh, good. I was just reading a tweet about that trope character.
Yeah, I love that trope.
Character trope.
It's such a good one.
You will love Near Replicant then. It's exactly
Ooh.
that.
Hell yeah.
It was somebody saying that stoic characters are only compelling because of what they're hiding, except there are exceptions like Data from exceptions that prove the rule, like Data from The Next Generation, who is funny because he's this inherently stoic character, but goes out of his way to try and not be, to try and learn to emote.
I love it. I love it so much. It's also why, like, I recently started playing, it's funny, because I started playing it, and then I found out Ryan started playing it, like, a week later. Detroit Become Human. And it seems that trope is gonna... I mean, that seems to be the whole plot of the game, is, you know, androids, people who are not supposed to have... I am playing, I told you this!
Becoming human.
Ryan, I told you this. I popped into your stream for like 10 minutes and said I might not stick around because I'm also playing this game. But the way I'm playing it is with 2 of my friends, because there's 3 androids that you play as, so we are each controlling a character. I'm playing Connor, the android sent by Cyberlife, and I love him so much.
Yeah, you are.
I love him so much.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, you know it. You're me. And also because it is the only character I knew, and I was like, can I please play as the one character I know? And my friends were like, yes, that is a reasonable request. And then we started playing the game, and one of the 2 friends was like, you know what? It's thinking about it. It's really good you aren't playing Kara. And I was like, oh, well, that tells me things about her story.
Yeah, that story. Yep. That story is a rough one.
Yep. It's rough, and I am definitely grateful that I don't have to be behind the controller for that one. But it's such a good game. Anyway, how was break? Have y'all enjoyed your break? Was it long enough? Was it too short? Was it too long? Send your feedback by carrier pigeon.
I feel like I
Your-
definitely benefited from the break by having sat here at my desk the whole time.
Same.
I did
Oh.
think that maybe that's what happened. Do you want to actually get up real quick?
Nah, I have a feeling we'll be ending pretty soon, and then I can do everything I need to do.
Yeah, we only have
Okay.
technically half an hour left, so.
We maybe should have just powered
Technically.
through.
I mean,
Nah,
I
it's gonna
appreciate
take a
a break too. Just
I
to
got-
get to ramble about anime that I like.
Yeah, I got to hear about Moon's story. That was worth it.
Yeah. Questions about the ingredients that Sonic uses for their honey barbecue sauce. Yeah, it's honey and barbecue.
Sonic the restaurant, I assume.
No, the hedgehog.
Okay. Because I did first picture the hedgehog, and I was like, hedgehog? Sonic makes honey barbecue sauce? That's delightful.
Oh shit. What are we doing with Nanners' characters?
We'll split them.
Okay.
So, Kaz, do you want any more characters other than Nagito?
I don't think I do.
Okay.
Well, Nanners
flipping-
has
I'm
5
flipping a coin.
characters.
I'm flipping a coin now. Do you want evens or odds? On
Odds.
my coin.
I take odds always.
Okay.
I don't actually always take odds. That's a lie. But this
You
time I
should.
will.
And
That's
then
to
say,
me.
I'll take my odds.
Alright.
So then
Hey.
we'll just as they come alternate.
Sounds good. I will edit. Wait,
Yeah,
I
no,
can't.
no, interrupt me because that's not the voice I want to do.
Okay, good. I also realized I can't edit Nanners' own message.
Now you'll have to copy it.
I have to make a new one.
Isn't that fun?
It's so funny.
What a splendid place, Hajime. This must be the fabled disco. Disco? It is where hip youngsters wear feather fans and tight clothes as they dance their go-go's and lambadas. Don't know that reference.
I don't know what a lambada is either.
Hajime noises. This is you.
It sure is. What voice? I want to make it as different from yours as possible. So, I have no clue what Sonia is talking about.
Great. What else is happening here? I guess camera. Yeah, we saw this. We'd seen
Surveillance
it.
camera, Monokuma, blah blah
Seen
blah.
it.
There's a stage. I'll probably never have a chance to be in the limelight.
I'll probably never be the protagonist of a video game.
No one would want to listen to me. So this is the baton lighting's control panel.
Baton lighting? I feel like
I think it's baton. I just read it wrong.
I feel like I should know that term.
It's the lighting on a baton. They have a fly system, apparently. Apparently, you can control the baton lighting with this.
Yeah, it's up there.
Yeah, up there.
Up there. Look, it's up there.
But they have a fancy control panel for it? I only know the ones with ropes. It says, staff only on the door. It's probably some sort of storage room.
I might as well check inside, I say, pointing over to the staff-only door that says Titty next to it, to the 2 other people here. Music menu storage room.
all acoustic instruments.
Severe lack of
Hanging
titties.
on the back. There also is a severe lack of titties, this is true. There's a lot of different instruments here, including drum sets and guitars. Looks like there's a stage... No, I cannot read today. Looks like there's stage design stuff too. Paint, stage lights, wallpaper, and curtains.
I don't think people come to this stream expecting us to be able to read good.
That's excellent.
And
because
if they do, sorry.
Oh, bad news.
Yeah. Bad news if that's what you want from
Terrible
us.
news for you.
I guess there's nothing special here we need right now.
You don't want to grab that banjo and play it? That one there's not a electric.
I don't think so. Maybe it is.
It looks like it.
Kaz, can you tell?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's got
yeah. I'm sitting
knobblies.
too far away from my screen, and my screen is small. I blame that,
Oh, there's a stepladder?
not my lack of knowledge about instruments. There are 2 stepladders next to each other, not just one, Sean.
It said stepladder.
I know.
It did not say stepladders when it told me to click on
deceived
it.
you. It deceived you. Which is very rude. These must be required for stage design. They might even be used for stuff like film projects.
What?
I don't think Hajime knows anything about theater or music
I don't
shows.
think Hajime knows anything.
This is fair. We've made this assessment before.
It's actually 2 full-length mirrors right next to each other.
You can see your whole body in this huge full-length mirror. Or I would if I had one! It's probably used for checking costumes.
I actually can't see our whole body in this full-length mirror.
Yeah,
Should
isn't
I
it
be
weird?
worried?
I'm a little worried. With a mirror this big, it'd be easy to check how you look. If I had a body. Or if I wasn't afraid of mirrors. Maybe that's what it is. He doesn't like seeing his reflection.
Oh boy, same.
There's lots of different musical instruments lined up here.
They're not that different.
They're really not. I mean, like, yes, they're all different, but they're not all that different. Hajime is just a vampire. That's also a possibility. I know about guitars and drums, but there are also instruments and machines that I've never seen before.
Hajime doesn't know about banjos. And
I don't-
ukuleles.
Yeah, he doesn't know what a banjo is, he doesn't know what a ukulele is,
This might be...
he doesn't know what a mandolin is. Is that a mandolin on the far right?
No, I don't know
No,
what that is.
a mandolin's more
Could be.
round.
Looks more like a lute.
I haven't seen... Oh, it does look more like a lute, but I think it has too many strings.
It's
for
like a little lute. It looks like a lutalele.
I do have the accent locked in. This is true.
These
Sin
might
the
be turntables here tucked behind the chair. That might
Yeah.
be what he's talking about.
Maybe.
Those machines
Maybe.
I've never seen before. That's a banjo.
Maya
Dicker.
says banjos are weird as fuck. There's a lot of stickers with the venue's logo placed here.
Oh my god, I would kill for a Titty Typhoon sticker.
Right?
Do I have to steal that sign?
Yes, please.
Maybe.
I'll look into it.
It's like they made a bunch of them and had too many left over. It feels somewhat depressing.
The stickers also need to be, what is that? Looks like roughly EP sized.
Yeah.
Shelves.
There's carpeting, wallpaper, even different paints. It's probably stuff used for livening up the stage design or live performances.
Wolves. Got in a lot of trouble with this game for not clicking the shelves in the right spot.
Yeah.
Can't imagine we say anything different for these.
Surveillance camera. Beyond that, there's Monokuma or whoever is controlling him. We've been over
Probably
this.
this. Yep, also that. Leave here. Be careful when Googling Titty Typhoon for copyright reasons.
But Kaz, have you googled Titty Typhoon?
Bar?
I can do that right now.
No, that's
Let me know if
that's
there's
not-
like weird body horror or if it's just like titties. Because
No.
I'm curious.
I guess we're done here?
It seems
Do
like
you
it.
say anything new? No, please
Never
don't say it
expected
again.
it. Yahoo!
I just wanted her to say that a third time. Okay. This must be the fabled disco. Okay. That one did the whole interaction.
Google shows you Danganronpa stuff.
Okay.
DuckDuckGo, which I use more often, does have a mix of just titties and Danganronpa fan art.
Alright.
Where would you like to go? Third island. Third island.
Third
Okay.
island.
Let's go to the hospital. We should have gone to the hospital first.
Maybe.
No,
No. No. Hospital lobby. This is a bad hospital.
Looks like this is the hospital's lobby.
The ambiance feels like something out of a horror film. I definitely don't want to be a patient here.
Oh, who's...
That
That was Nanners.
What's me?
So is you.
Hajime!
Wait.
Hajime!
Holy shit!
I'm sorry I scared you. But don't worry, even if you...
No, stop clicking! You son of a bitch!
But don't worry, even if you have a heart attack from getting too scared. This is a hospital after all.
The moment I have a heart attack, I'll definitely have something I need to be worried about.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, the heart
Yeah.
attack.
a heart attack.
Yeah.
That's what you'll... Okay. Okay.
Once something worrying happens, then I'll really have something to worry about.
This hospital is a little strange. I can't find any doctors, nurses, or patients anywhere.
Just as I thought. Here too.
How do you say damn it in that accent? Damn it. I don't know if that's quite right. Oh well. There's nobody here either. What's going on with this island?
I noticed all of the medical supplies are still here. Nope, that was right. I had it right. Shouldn't have stopped. I'm not sure they'll be useful unless we check them. That means I need to go check them, right? You understood? I'll go ahead and do that in a flash so people don't hate me.
Mikon frantically ran to the other end of the dark hole and disappeared, making a huge fuss as she left.
I guess that means it's okay to leave this place to her, huh? Bye!
Wow.
That's the hospital hallway. What's happening out here, huh? There's a bulletin.
There's a paper on the bulletin board. Apparently it's a hospital notice. But there's no one on this island, so who was this notice written for?
Ask not for whom the bulletin is written, it is written for thee.
Ooh, you, with his handprints on the window.
Oh, there certainly are. Oh my.
Of all people, it seems I've immersed myself in nostalgia. This place is similar to the place where the mark of defeating the devil was carved into my body long ago. The mark of defeating the devil? I have said too much. Forget what you heard, for your sake.
He was the one who volunteered that information, and now he's already telling me to forget it.
All right.
So by that, we can surmise that as a youth, he's, something happened to him, he got into the hospital, needed surgery, and in his youthful brain turned the surgery into getting a mark carved.
He
We're
probably
learning
scratched
about
his knee or
Gundam.
something.
Yeah, he could have, but why would he go to the hospital for scratching his knee?
Welcome to the hospital.
Oh, it says Jabberwock. I was like, Haberdock? What?
Haberdock.
Haberdock Hospital. The patient room and the consultation room are beyond this point, right? No, it's fine if I leave it to Mikon.
I feel like if anywhere we're going to point out the tasteless neon sign, it should be here in the hospital and not at the music venue.
Yeah.
Well,
Haberdockery, when you make hats by the sea. Oh, Ryan, I love that joke. I love it so.
guess we'll keep going left.
I
hang
gotta
on.
save that.
Hang
Write it
on.
down.
Hold up. Get out of here, you poops. I'm on to you. You little shits. The movie theater. The movie theater. Oh,
Oh, that's me. 1 second. I'm writing down the good joke Ryan made so that I don't lose it. As soon as my notes app loads.
This entire fake town only has neon signs for everything.
Yeah, it's just neon. Did they have a... What is neon made of? Is neon the material
Neon?
itself? Neon
Yeah.
is made of neon. So what kind of material is neon?
The
gas.
Is it a gas? Okay, so was there just like a gas pocket on these islands and they were like, well, we have all this material, what are we gonna do? And they just made neon signs?
it depends on the color.
What?
Yeah, well, if you want different colors for your neon sign, to use other gases.
So there was lots of gases. Actually, mostly
Yeah.
yellow. But also some red and pink. Cool! I'm this voice. Welcome! We're currently showing right now, so please wait 5 minutes for the next showing to start!
Showing? What does that mean?
Are your eyes just for show? Look around, this is a movie theater, right? then I'm obviously showing a movie.
Showing a movie? Well, I guess there's no need to even ask. It's probably Morbius. You're just gonna say this is the next motive, right? Just like Twilight Twilight Syndrome murder case. I'm definitely not gonna watch your movie. Whatever it is, I'm never gonna see it. Oh, it is Morbius.
My goodness. And I was thinking about giving you an invitation ticket. Because no one will watch it either way. Or any other... What? I can't speak either.
Nailed
But
it.
I won't allow you to not watch it. I went to a lot of trouble to make this movie. Neon signs include mercury, argon, and helium as well. Krypton and xenon are also used. Those aren't real! Krypton and xenon, those are comic book things!
Those are
So basically any of the inert gases. Cool! If you don't watch it, I'm gonna be sad! He's becoming Toad.
That's for the best, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm sure your movie is no different than that game you made.
That game was a shoddy piece of crap, but this movie is definitely a masterpiece! Anyway, as long as I refuse to allow it, you will never have the choice to not watch it! That's too many negatives, Monokuma. I can't keep up. I am Monokuma! On this island, my word is law!
Hey Mario, the princess is on another island!
If I don't watch it, what are you gonna do about it?
There's no way I'd allow such reckless behavior! There's no way I'd allow it! But... I'll forgive you if you purchase a Monokuma sticker at the goods counter over there!
Done.
I appreciate this info dump, Ryan. I like it. I'm also copy-pasting the info dump to read later.
Did you say this?
1 second.
In
maybe I-
Hajime inside voice?
Oh, I did not, because I forgot that I'm also Hajime inside voice. That's my bad. My bad. Okay. Hajime inside voice. Oh, that's the British.
Yeah.
Monokuma sticker.
He's so little!
He really is.
Here we go. Alright, camera. Goods corner.
There's some strange goods on top of the counter.
I'm sorry, I was born stupid.
What?
That's what the button says.
Oh! I can't read it from here. I thought you were saying this about yourself. I was so confused. This one looks like a tote bag made of hemp cloth with a decal of Monomi's face on it.
I'm gonna be honest, I was pretty sure it was a burlap t-shirt.
I can see that if it's folded, yeah. Ah! Did that catch your eye? It's an all-purpose tote bag useful for a variety of common tasks.
Why would I get a tote bag when I can just have trash can?
Exactly. It's a limited item. Only one person can have it.
Is this gonna be part of a murder?
By the way, apparently tote bags were originally invented to carry around ice.
How about it? Wanna buy it?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought you'd say that. I'll just be upfront with you. I cut a lot of corners making that thing.
That's 2 up front. Is it? I would rather know that before I made a purchase.
Yeah. Is this the sticker you... Why am I doing that
Why are you
voice?
British?
Is this the sticker you were talking about? I'm sorry. I was born stupid. Huh.
It's not funny. And I don't understand its purpose. How half-assed is this?
To tell you the truth, this is a very lucky sticker I received from a wandering miracle-working priest.
What's happening?
And it could be yours for the very special price of only $1.5 million!
What is
I'm not going to
happening?
specify if it's American or Canadian or Australian.
$1.5 million? Is that in American or Canadian or Bahamian? Don't mess with me. I don't even have that kind of money.
Then you can pay me back when you get off this island. If you don't like it, you could always just watch my...
Fine. I'll pay it.
Wow! I'm surprised.
As long as I can pay it after I get out of here, I'll pay anything. Even $1.5 million.
You're the first person to ever pay $1.5 million for this sticker.
What can I say? I guess I was just born stupid.
In other words, you really don't want to watch my movie, huh? That makes me a sad Monokuma. But if I'm gonna make a huge profit, it's okay. I'm a mascot who has a hobby of counting money after all.
Thank you, Lumi. And Kaz. I appreciate the love for my British accent. You're the worst mascot ever.
Yeah, I think I probably just watched the movie.
Come on! Take it, thief! And slap it on your forehead, thief! Take advantage of this divine opportunity, thief!
I assume you're talking about this voice that's on that's the BBC cooking show.
Yeah, it's this one! They definitely talk like this!
It's got a soggy bottom. It's a little pink.
Wonders of Nature, voiced by Todd from Mario.
That got me so good. The sticker I received was even thinner and more cheap looking than I thought it would be. It's like a prize from a box of candy. Did I really agree to pay so much money for this piece of crap?
I don't know, Hajime. You didn't give us the choice.
Maybe I am a little crazy. Maybe I was born a little stupid.
Hello there! Looks like the showing is over! Alrighty! I gotta collect those questionnaires!
At that moment, Monokuma started humming and skipped away toward the door leading to the theater.
Who was in there, though? Slam!
Apparently it was Slam.
The door opened violently, and one person appeared from within. Why
Yeah.
am
it
I
was Jim.
saying this out loud? Why am I saying this out loud?
You
It's your own camera.
Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's so good.
Oh, of
Hey.
course. Oh, of course. Oh, of course this guy
Oh.
was watching the movie.
Is that a
Nagito
Monokuma we can
noises.
collect afterwards?
Oh, it might be.
Maybe. Maybe it's a... What?
Ah!
Not.
Nagito! Please
not the
answer
real-
my questionnaire! It should be, yeah.
It doesn't matter if I answer it. That movie was so boring, it was torture. Minutes felt like weeks while I was watching it.
Well,
It's like
honestly, now I'm
Morpheus.
glad. Now I'm glad we paid 1.5 million.
Well, I guess that's what art is! Because it's not really art! Unless it surpasses common sense!
That is what I always say. At the end of my streams.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be another motive, but I guess that's not the case. What a letdown.
A movie so bad that it feels like torture, that could be a motive.
If money would have settled this, I should have just settled with it. Settled it with money.
Nagito is so depressed. The movie must have been really, really bad.
This is
I
how I felt
definitely
after we watched The Batman.
I definitely made the right call by not watching it. This is me, Sean, talking about not watching the Batman.
Yes.
Not the character Hajime.
You got one!
Oh.
A tainted Monokuma. We have 78 monocoins. How lovely.
In a little poncho. Poster.
It's a video game poster. Looks interesting. I'm definitely gonna buy that for the chance
What?
to shoot Monokuma.
Theater.
Apparently, I can watch Monokuma's specially made move. I don't think that's the right word, but we're gonna go with it. However, I heard the content is just terrible.
It's a Fortnite dance.
I don't have to watch it since I bought the sticker, but it cost $1.5 million. Though we don't know if that was American, Canadian, or somewhere else.
It could be
Maybe I
Bahamian
was
dollars.
too hasty.
Hi, Libby.
Hi, Libby, welcome.
Food corner.
It's a food shop. A lot of things like popcorn, sandwiches, and drinks are all arranged here.
What's we got? We looked at the goods corner. We looked at the theater. What's good, Nagito?
I'm so tired from boredom.
Sounds like my kids today.
If money would have gotten me out of seeing it, I should have just settled it with money. Is that the same thing?
Oh. Yeah, you already said that. Let me ask you something. If you were told you could pay $1.5 million and not watch that movie?
I'd gladly pay it.
Whew.
Quick answer. The movie must have been that bad, huh?
Dodged a bullet, honestly.
Honestly, we sure did.
Though, to be fair, I don't know if I trust Nagito's taste in anything.
I think that's fair.
That is also fair. Well, Hajime? After Nagito's glowing review, did you change your mind about watching my movie?
Nope. Of course not! Well,
What's through the other door? Information. Yeah,
It's
that door.
outside.
Oh, it's
This
outside.
is outside.
Oh.
I guess this is where we're going now, huh?
Well, let us leave.
You think
So-
it was Wild Gunman Monokuma that he's showing, or the Wizard of Monami? Monomi.
Maybe it was a double feature?
Sort of.
But,
Ooh,
you know,
if
if
one
both
of
of
me
them were
this
bad
spotlight.
enough, you might not notice that it was 2 movies.
Now I have to see it. Electric Avenue.
There are a bunch of street booths filled with electric appliances at the back of a narrow alleyway. Machines and other parts are cluttered together on display. It definitely seems fishy. Hi, Moby.
Hi,
Oh, wait.
Moby.
With this many machines, we could probably find something we can use for two-way communication, right?
I'm worried about this exposed wire.
It is concerning to look at. The fact that
Looks-
we can see the electricity arcing through the air.
Looks like it's best if I search around here. Looks like it's best if I search around here. Ah!
Ah!
Why?
Also, I took both of the last 2 characters because that makes us even with 7 and 7 and 1.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
Perfect. What is this?
There are so many machines. Just by looking at them, I have no clue what they're used for.
Oh, it's me. That's
is it
what
you
were
or is
saying.
it me? No, I think that one's me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that one's me. I just am thinking voice. I don't really recommend that section.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm pretty sure amateurs won't really get it.
Gross.
All that stuff there, it's all machines used for stuff like wiretapping or recording secret videos. Looks like there's some ancient looking surveillance cameras too.
Huh. Machines used for recording secret videos?
Ah, hey! Don't get it twisted. I just have mechanical knowledge of these things. I've never actually used them before, alright?
Okay. No one said you did.
Hey, speaking of surveillance cameras,
Have you seen these surveillance cameras everywhere?
we're being constantly videotaped and wiretapped by Monokuma, right? Like, I'm kinda jealous. Because of a line that I'm not going to read. He says he's never used these before. If I let him be, he's the type of person who will eventually use them. Another
Quick,
exposed
tackle
wire.
him.
There's a lot of CRT TVs lined up here. They all look really old. It looks like they're not designed for terrestrial digital broadcasting. What? What? Not that it matters. It looks like the TV signal isn't reaching here anyway.
What?
It's for space TV.
Specifically for space.
That's what I was thinking, but what?
Various desktop and laptop computers are arranged in a disorderly manner, like a pile of oversized trash.
Those look pretty orderly to me.
Those are incredibly orderly. Though they're a little old-fashioned and run down, they all look like they can still be used.
I know. If we can connect to the internet, we might be able to call for help with these.
As soon as I thought of that out loud, I grabbed a random laptop, pulled it out of the pile, and turned it on. I tried to see if it would connect to the internet.
It's no use. Looks like it's not connecting.
Well, there's no way it'd be that easy. But just when I was about to give up, my eyes noticed the strange icons arranged on the desktop.
Usami X-File. Usami X-File. What's this?
Without thinking, I clicked the strangely named icon.
It's a document file. Kazuichi, are you hearing this? It's a document file, Kazuichi. Kazuichi. Based on the format, it looks like it's some Kazuichi.
I hear you.
Some kind of report, Kazuichi.
I scanned across the words displayed on the screen.
About the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. This horrid... green text? I don't know what to do with that. This horrendous event originated with some students of Hope's Peak Academy causing a revolt. The students of the Reserve Department were dissatisfied with being treated differently than the primary department and began to fight the academy. At first, the dispute was confined to the campus, and hopes were high that it would settle down someday. But things escalated quickly. Escalated quickly. Behind the scenes of that rebellion, a huge authority was exerting its influence. Eventually, it spread like an infection, provoking riots in various parts of the world. It was unlike any previous act of terrorism or coup d'etat. It seemed to have a much different purpose. However, no matter what we assume, we simply cannot apply reason to this subversive movement. Nonetheless, the destruction is not chaotic or disorganized. It is both purposeful and malicious. Therefore, there -4, it is a subversive... Oh. Something...
E-I-L? Are those the missing letters?
Therefore, it is a subversive movement full of despair. Some of the letters are being redacted. Hope's Peak Academy became the origin of the incident and was forced to put an end to their long history.
Is someone... one second. I don't think tracking these letters will actually be helpful, but I'm going to do it anyway. So it was E-I-L.
It's just E-I-E-I-O.
It might be another I. Then another E.
As for the students who survived, they were forced EOD to kill each other. IATH as a lesson in despair. .x.
I got
That's supposed
to
to
the
be...
D and forced. So then I from kill, A from each, TH from other. Has a lesson in despair. Oh yeah, take a drink also. What would the ending be? Yeah, what's the sign-off?
OXO.
Is it? Maybe.
Maybe just an
Hugs and
emoji.
kisses at the end of a history lesson. I'll write down another 2 O's as maybe. It's mostly vowels. I will say that.
Yeah, no, I think it's just. Is it garbling?
I think it might be. Oh. It's no use. The words are too garbled to read beyond this point. Well, I'm still gonna track it. And then
But-
feel better about myself.
But Kazuichi, what is this? Soda.
How normal! It's not normal like a dog barking. It's such a normal reaction that it's actually quite novel. Hey, can't you react with more gusto? Don't you know how very, very important this scene is?
Could it be you were you the one who created this file? I can read, don't at me.
My! What makes you think that?
Because it's obviously the only thing I can think of.
He really just said I had one thought, and that's what I'm running with.
Because I only have one thought.
Also, it is 8:15.
Yeah, I was gonna finish this this Electric Avenue and then
Sounds
do
good.
our sign off. Oh, that's me. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Riots in various parts of the world, and Hope's Peak Academy getting destroyed? It sounds like something stupid you'd make up.
And?
What's Hope's Peak Academy's reserve department? I've never even heard of that before.
Huh? Really? That's weird. Of all people, you should definitely be the only one who knows about it.
I? The reserve department?
Maybe.
What do you mean?
I guess you forgot about it, along with the memories of your school life. So it can't be helped.
While we're on the subject of stupid things, that file said something about students who survived. Is that referring to us? Then the rest of that file is...
Hold on a sec, you guys.
Oh, now you're listening, Kazuichi. Tried to get your attention so many times.
Just what the heck have you guys been talking about? It doesn't make any sense. Movies with no images, music with no sound, novels with no words.
Oh, the movie had no images. That's why it was so boring.
These are things that truly don't make any sense. So you can't say something this simple doesn't make any sense.
Who cares about that? Just answer me. Who are the students who survived?
I wouldn't know an important story like that, because the only thing I'm good for is being cute.
Damn it. He ran away again. Kazuichi, are you seeing this? He ran away again, Kazuichi.
Hey! Hajime.
Don't worry, it's going to be fine. I'm sure he's making all that up.
That's the wrong voice. That's it. And that's definitely it.
It happens to the most of the best of us, most of us.
The most of us, yes.
It happens to the last of us, part 2.
Moby, thank you for the watering time. However, we are probably drowning in liquids. At least I am.
Freaking
So every time
Chiaki's
Hope and
been here the
Despair
whole
mention-
time too.
Yep. And she wasn't paying any attention either. Grrr. Are you serious? Are you shitting me?
What happened? I thought you'd be happier about being surrounded by so much machinery.
Okay, saying arg in a slow southern accent is hard. Kazuichi, can you stop doing it?
Arg.
Don't say stupid things. I'm the ultimate mechanic, you know?
This Danganronpa stream playthroughs have been tragically short on pirate voices, I think.
Oh, you're so right. Gotta remember that for next time. Of course, I'm happy when I'm surrounded by machines.
Then
Monokuma.
you should look happier. Have you tried smiling?
Oh, goodness, Hajime.
You should smile more, Kazuichi.
Dude, try to understand how I'm feeling. I have this unexplainable, conflicting feeling about whether or not I should be happy. I can't understand that kind of feeling. I'm never conflicted, not even once.
I am a very simple man. But why? Why do you feel so conflicted? Why do you think that? Why do you feel that is?
There's all this machinery lined up here. Hot damn, I want to take them apart. I want to dismantle them and look inside. That's how I usually think, right? But I know now's not the time for me to do something like that. And that's why I feel so conflicted.
Is wanting to dismantle normal?
Yes.
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 Hell yeah! It's
No.
Kazuichi.
You don't have to. No. No.
No,
We don't have to say all this.
I don't need to say that.
That's not normal. That's a pretty acrobatic sex fetish.
What? Okay.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
But I agree.
Like, seriously?
I don't know. What you described was weird, and I'm uncomfortable with it, Kazuichi. Which I think is what acrobatic means.
I mean, being curious about someone's bone structure is not inherently perverted. It's just when you say it the way Kazuichi says it. I see. So wanting to know the things I didn't say makes me a little perverted.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
This is going great. Electric Avenue, 10
Get
out
the
of 10.
Monokuma on
Is
the
it
wall
a-
behind
Can I
Soda.
get it?
Yeah.
Oh, I can get it.
I'm
I
real
thought
good
it
at
was-
finding them.
I saw it. I just thought it was decoration.
You always gotta click on it just to be sure.
There's probably been like 3 that I missed while you were gone.
Y'all, all the voices.
Oh
Go
yeah,
ahead.
the theme is Monokuma, so everything's Monokuma themed.
I mean, that is a fair assessment.
Uh,
All the voices I chose today have gravel, and this was a bad choice for someone who
It
has
was.
0 natural gravel in his voice.
It should be more gravel.
Should we
Apparently.
pause here? Is now a good time to pause, or do we want to fully clear out this Electric Avenue section?
I think this is a good point to stop.
Yeah. I don't think I can take any more Electric
Yeah.
Avenue in this moment.
We'll remember Sin. We won't remember. I won't. I do not never remember anything about the last session when I sit down to the next session. But someone will remember that we were just about to talk to Chiaki and go into the parts corner.
Yeah.
Of course.
Hashtag remember to tell Sean.
Yeah,
I'll
because
be
if
here.
there's one thing, if there's one thing we know that this group is good about in these Danganronpa streams, it is remembering to tell me things. If it's
Yep.
one thing we've done well.
I think it's a common trait to think about telling someone something and then forgetting that we all have.
It absolutely is a common trait in this group.
It's because we all love each other, so we think about each other a lot, but also we all are a bit neurodivergent, so memories just don't stick.
I guess you could say we were all just born stupid.
And on that
Yep.
note,
And on that note,
On that note,
it's the sign off you know and love. Wait, I lost.
we gotta scroll up. Scroll up.
Keep making art that doesn't surpass common sense. Keep making art that does surpass common sense. Wait, which ones were
OXO.
OXO, Gossip Girl. I love you all. You're
Love you all.
amazing. Maybe
Yes.
one day we will learn to read. But
Maybe.
no,
probably not. Probably
I
not.
won't make any promises.
Wait, I'm going to save live on stream.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, that's
Uh,
good.
I'm gonna
that
keep
feels
that on
Save.
camera so no one can say that you
Save.
didn't save.
I'm going to narrate. Yes. Everyone
There's
needs to
a
see this
place
happen.
on Electric Avenue where we sat and saved the stream with you. Something. I was playing games all night. I went blank on the song and I tried to pull it back and I cannot remember it.
Oh wow, look, Island Life, Deadly Life. Look at that, it's Daily Life now, but it was Deadly Life.
Oh no, I hate that. So clever, Danganronpa.
Alright. We're done here. Goodbye. Love you all.
Out of here, kids.
Bye, chat. Thank
Love
you.
you all.